What's up, Virgo? It's your girl, Ivy Ladone, your fitness mystic. And today we're going to find out what it is that you are transforming in the month of April 2024. My friends, if you're into these kinds of videos, I ask that you please give this a like because it does tell me that you like it and I'll make more. Also, one of you are eligible for a free reading at the end of this reading. So you got to stay tuned to see who it is. But also, you're eligible to win a free reading in the next one if you do three things. You got to be subscribed or follow this channel. You have to like this video. And you have to leave your name in the comments below. All right. Let's go ahead and see what you're transforming, Virgo. Highest vibrational messages for the collective sign Virgo for the month of April 2024. What is Virgo transforming? Thank you for these messages. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what you are transforming, my friends. Man, you've gone through quite the transformation the last couple of years, if I'm honest. Okay, so look, first shuffle, no card. It's kind of the first time that this happens. Oh, okay. Okay. Any other messages that would like to come out for our friends Virgo? It didn't fully come out. It's kind of out. We're going to just let it out. You saw it here first. I'm pulling a card. I don't usually pull cards. I just let them come out. Okay. So this one, 1000% came out on its own. This one, hanging by a thread. I take everything literally in a reading because we are in a vortex of potentiality. It's called quantum science, quantum physics. Don't shoot the messenger. Anything that occurs in this time frame after we have prayed and opened up this potentiality is valid. So the fact that this card wanted to come through, but it wasn't secure enough to fall, tells me a little something, Virgo. So we're going to talk about it. Okay. Upright. Who is so shy? What's going on? Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right, Virgo. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. Virgo. First card that I'm going to show you is number 27, a grand symphony. Take what resonates. Leave the rest, my friends. All right, 2 and 7 is a number 9, ultimately. When we look at numerology here, we condense the numbers. 9 is the number of like finishing up, wrapping up, completion, graduation. You've done it. This is it. Next page, next chapter, next evolution, next era. It's that kind of vibe, you know, like we've evolved in some way. Number 27 is a heart chakra card. And this is a grand symphony. So a grand symphony is, of course, in the heart chakra spectrum. But when we look at the spectrum of the heart chakra, this card is really at the most exalted. It's like saying like, Virgo, you know, you are really living and thriving in your heart chakra right now. Meaning you have leaned in, and you are currently leaning in to that which brings you joy. The heart is related to joy. And I just thought that for a second and I was like, that's so interesting because the heart, when people say my heart hurts when they're in pain or whatever, when they're sad, but it's just a lack of joy, right? But the heart is the center point for your deepest joy, like in the most simplest ways that really bring you joy. So a grand symphony is kind of like the celebration of you saying like, you know, oh, I'm really living this experience. I'm really living my truth. I'm really leaning into the things that spark interest and curiosity in me and inspiration. I'm leaning into the things that make me happy. And a grand symphony is like exactly all of the instruments are in their place. They sound great. The saxophone sounds amazing. The trumpets, chef's kiss. The piano, exquisite. The violin, it's just like everything. So like, man, you know, like I have a plan of action. My step 1 did well. My step 2 is going well. My step 3 looks bright. Like it's kind of like that. Like things are just moving together. They're merging together. They're, you know, interlacing. Things are finally showing up that way for you. Now, the card that came through literally hanging by a thread is number 18, the power of purpose. I absolutely love this card. I always say it because the title of it is just such a brand. It's such an alliteration. It's like the power of purpose. I love that. So the power of purpose is a sacral energy card. And guess what? This is also a 9. 1 and 8, it's a 9. So you've got 2 9s here. And what does that say? Oh my God. Cancer. Cancer? No. Virgo. Wow, maybe you need to read or listen to the Virgo or to the Cancer sign message. They didn't have any of these cards, but I don't know. Are you dating a Cancer? I don't know what that was about. Okay, maybe you want to take a look at the Cancer reading if you have Cancer in your chart. If you don't, I don't know. But the power of purpose essentially is about you finding it, you finding your why, you finding your reason, you finding what is your inspiration to get you to the next chapter, to get you to accomplish your goals. The power of purpose is you finding, your inspiration. And in tandem with a grand symphony, oh my gosh, like this is such a beautiful, beautiful spread, Virgo. This is basically stating like I want to say this because my friend Virgo, I know that you've gone through like some tumultuous times. I know that you've gone through some changes, health concerns, family related things, career stuff. There's been a lot of change for Virgo, for real. And I'm here with you. Like I understand that. And this spread is basically telling you like, it's time to fold the page. All that you've experienced, all of the ups, the downs, the uncertainties, the confusion, the battles, the heartaches, all of that has actually been the symphony trying to tune itself. It's been like the saxophone was like sounding really bad. It was off key. The piano, ugh. The violin, like, do you have a broken string? What's going on here? It's like that kind of thing. And now the orchestra has like been tuning it up. So through all of those challenges, it's been like a tune up. Like we weren't communicating well. Let's obviously work on that. This career, this job wasn't fully like it for me on a financial level or even like in a functional level. Like let's tune that up. My relationships with my friends and my intimate partner may be like, yes, but like it can do a little tweaking. So it's like that kind of thing. And like all of that was happening beforehand until now was that point of view. It was like that tweakingness, whether you understood that then, whether you experienced that perspective then or not, but that's what that was for you. It was just tweaking things to align you, to better launch you into what you actually want for yourself. Because everything in life is happening for you. It's not just to you, it's for you. Because it's perspective. You know, we need challenge and we need obstacle in order to make that diamond. It needs to be pressured. Very similar to like your experience. You need to build character. You need to build understanding. Worth, value, respect for where you are, what you do, where you're going. All of that matters because it shifts in your alchemy and how you then move in your life. Does this make sense? So that's what's been happening. And I believe for you, Virgo, that you've been trying to find your purpose. You've been trying to find your why again. You've been trying to find your inspiration. You've been trying to find like the next, like, oh God, we got it. Like, you know, your flow, your momentum, like your reason. And in April, it's kind of saying like, you're in the flow, you're leaning in your heart, you found your why, or you're finding it. Like, it's that flow. Bottom of your deck, Virgo, is gorgeous. This is number 29. Another 9. 29, Awakening Genius. Wow. So what is happening in April is actually giving back to the activation of your throat chakra, which is about the way that you communicate. It's the way that you express yourself authentically. If you don't, then that's why it's specifically activating. But this specific card is talking about how you are actually listening to your genius. Instead of you just listening to like the outside people and like, hey Virgo, that's a really good idea. I can so see you do that. You should do that. And you're like, oh, maybe I should. No, this is more like, no. Like I want to do that. I can see myself doing that. I want to experience this. I want to, like, you're listening to yourself, and your intuition, and therefore you're awakening to your own inner genius, which is allowing you to follow and to have guidance within yourself power of purpose. You're finding your why. And then therefore in April, things are starting to line up for you. So the Awakening Genius is about your throat activation and continuing to listen to that, yes, your genius, your creative spark, and listening to it, and then also having the confidence to speak it out into the world, to this reality, for activation, right? To manifest. So I absolutely love this for you, Virgo. This is so cool, and I'm so happy for you. And I was gonna say I'm so proud of you. I don't want to be patronizing, but like I am. I'm very proud of you, Virgo. You know, you guys are mutable signs. So like when people think about earth signs, they think about like, oh, stuck and stagnant, but like just got to shout you out, mama. I got to shout you out, papa. Got to shout you out, boo. But the truth is that like you are a mutable sign. So like you are fixed because you're earth and you have a mission and you want to do it this way. But if something messes up, Virgo, you might get a little flustered and like, wait, no, what? But because you're mutable, Virgo, you're able to be like, all right, let's do this again. I'm going to organize it again. And we're going to, versus other signs, other earth signs would be like, and I just saw 1111 on the screen. Other earth signs like Capricorn and Taurus would be like, oh my gosh. And the Taurus would be so stuck on how wrong it's put. And the Capricorn would be like, you know, just trying to basically put the blame on everyone else and, you know, take a little longer to just like adjust to the fact that like it could be fixed. But you're like 10 seconds. Okay, let's get this fixed. You know, like enough crying. I'm not fixed on this, that kind of energy. So you're very mutable, which is so helpful. You have the ability to create something and plant something as an earth sign, and at the same time still be flexible with if the fact that the fertile or the ground isn't fertile yet and you have to wait a little bit, right? You have that design to be patient, essentially. So you have it in the bag, my friend. What I would recommend for you for the month of April on a fitness level or movement level, as your fitness mystic, I would encourage you to activate your heart chakra and your solar plexus. So solar plexus requires like movement. And that can be in traveling. And listen, I know that I'm a fitness mystic, so I'm recommending like fitness stuff. And of course, take a look at the channel. See what calls your attention when it comes to movement, because you want to activate the solar plexus. So first, I will say, yes, take a look at the channel. Check it out because I do this for you. Literally, I create fitness-related movement content so that you learn how to move your body for inner flow through, you know, high impact, high energy exercises, or like more low impact and more calming exercises. So find what your niche is. But I think that the solar plexus is needing to be activated. And because the heart is here, it's like, it's giving like, can you consider taking a dance class on this channel with no judgment, just for fun, like for kicks, for giggles, to flutter your heart and to also activate like your momentum to go? Take a look at the channel, see what resonates with you, okay? Now, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Please give this a like because it tells me that you do, and I will make more. And also, if you want to become a sponsor or a Patreon, a supporter of this channel, and receive this content continuously for free on YouTube, and or also receive this firsthand on Patreon, and more things like the dance cardio classes, full workshops like intuitive stretch 45-minute classes, also live streams, also eligibility for a personal monthly reading. For $5 a month, you can support this channel over on Patreon. All of the information is in the description box below. And of course, if you want a personal reading with me, that's also in the description box below. But now, drum roll please, it is time to see who won the free reading for this month. All right, are you guys ready? You're like, tell me who it is already. All right. The winner is over on TikTok, and the winner, which only put their username and their birth date, but it's for you, Chewy G, at Chewy G, and your birthday is 9/9. So for at Chewy G, this is your personal reading, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. Highest vibrational messages for Chewy G over on TikTok. Birthday is 9/9. What is Chewy G transforming, personally speaking, in the month of April 2024? All right, let's give this one more good shuffle, Chewy. Thank you so much for liking this video and for being a part of this community. Welcome to the community. Of course, if you'd like to elaborate on this reading and you want more info, we can work together. Just you can shoot me a message or leave a comment below, or you can also send an email to FitnessMysticHQ@gmail.com. All right, Chewy G, I like your username. Let's go ahead and see what it is that you're transforming in April. Ready? Highest vibrational messages for my friend Chewy G on TikTok, birthday 9/9. What are they transforming in the month of April? Whoa, 2024. Thank you for these messages. Any other messages that would like to come out? Okay, I'm going to shuffle one more time, and I'm also going to take the bottom of the deck because I do feel strongly to the bottom of the deck, as you know. Any other messages that would like to come out for Chewy G for the month of April? What are they transforming? Okay, cool. No other messages. Pretty self-explanatory. This was the bottom of the deck that I pulled out. You know that I don't really pull cards, but I guess we're doing it today. Okay, so Chewy G. Okay, I got a couple of things here. These cards have not really come out. Was the bottom of the deck earlier. And it's interesting what the bottom of the deck is now with this card too. It's an interesting story situation here. Let's get into it. I do want to say, however, though, that I know that you're a Virgo, but this card came out in the, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that this was in the Cancer reading. So I don't know if you have any Cancer in your chart. If you do, then maybe you want to take a look at the Cancer reading. But if you don't, then don't worry about it. Okay, so Chewy G, let's do this. All right, friend, you have number 13, Feeling the World. First card that comes out for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Wow. All right, so number 13, 1 and 3 is a 4. 4 is the number of like foundation, starting something new, drawing up the plan, the blueprints, right? Making sure things are planted in. Something new is starting, something new, something fresh, something new, something fresh is beginning. Feeling the World is a sacral energy card. Your sacral is located 2 inches below your belly button, and that area is correlated to your theme of expression of emotions, but also your intelligence, your emotional intelligence. How well do you know yourself? How well do you know your emotions? How well do you live in your emotions authentically when you feel a type of way? It's also about creativity, right? Like your creativity and the way that you create in this world. It doesn't have to be like you actually creating a business or creating a brand or anything like that, or content. It's quite literally just like you using up the energies of creation, creating something, like creating a thought, creating an idea, creating a momentum, a step, that kind of thing. It's creation energies, and you're always creating because you're a human. And it's also correlated to your sense of sexuality. Like your sexuality is your life force. Think about creation energies and sexual energy. Give birth. And if you're not giving birth to an actual being, you're giving birth to either yourself again, like reborning. Hello? Hello? Is Mercury in the microwave? Yes, it is. Like, oh my God, Mercury in retrograde has been kicking my butt. All right. Feeling the World is an interesting card, Chewy, because feeling the world is correlated to your sacral energy of emotional intelligence. And also feeling the world is about you being really, really empathic, like you being really sensitive and feeling a lot of emotions. And some of those emotions could be like a little elusive, where it's like you're feeling everything. So it's like almost like you can't separate yourself from other people's experiences, other people's feelings, other people's thoughts and opinions, and yours. It's all in one. It's a very compassionate, empathic feeling card. Yes, connected to the world. It could be that you are connected to what's happening in politics, what's happening in the world around at large, with weather, with the changes, right? Overall, and it could be also that you're feeling all of it amongst your friends, your life in general, everything that's happening. And it's an overwhelming feeling. Feeling the world is you're very sensitive to those feelings. You can be feeling a little overwhelmed right now. Now, moving forward, number 26, 2 and 6 is an 8 number. 8 is the number of infinity. But for me personally, that number is about like the past, present, and future, because it's the quantum number. And so there's like this, almost like this opening of potential, for you regarding like your past, your present, your future, you thinking about something from the past, it coming through in the present, and then it having potential to stay in the future here or not, depending on where you are in your now moment and how you're healing things from the past that don't serve you, so that they don't attend your future and they don't no longer stay with you in the future. It's kind of that, or it's kind of like you healing certain things from the past in order for you to step forward into your new future. It's all of that revision. And this is number 26, a great big love. And this is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is located right here in the center of your chest, and this is about the most simplest form of joy for you, because the heart is all about love. It's all about what brings you happiness. Happiness comes from love. Love also comes from the creative energies of sacralness, which is this. So there's something about you tapping into your self-love, because you're opening up the womb, basically the sacral, for energetic, for emotional intelligence. And great big love is correlated to your heart. So there's something about you opening up your heart this month. There's a lot of energy right now. I'm feeling it. Yeah, Chewy, there's something about this month in April that you're almost, I want to tell you the bottom of your deck. Bottom of your deck is number 42, smoke and mirrors. Okay. This card is actually correlated to these things in the way that it's like, in April, you're being gifted an opportunity to just discern. Start to really learn, like, what is actually good for you, what is not, what actually you enjoy, what you don't, what makes sense to you, what doesn't, what serves you, what doesn't, things that are healing for you and what's not, things that are good for you and what's not. You see where I'm doing? You see what I'm doing with all of this? That discernment is very important, because you're feeling so much. It's almost like very challenging for you. It's not impossible, but it's very challenging for you to like discern, like, what do I feel? Like, how do I, like, what is mine versus what is others? And like, how do I truly feel about this? Because right now I feel so overwhelmed with everything that I can't really pinpoint, my feelings for this one thing. And I think that this is occurring because your heart, something about April, your heart is opening up. The fact that the heart is opening up a little bit may be obscuring what you're so used to, I feel. Okay, hear me out. Take what resonates, what doesn't, just leave it to the side. But this is giving me, like, you have been coming from a position in the past up until now that it's been a little murky. It's been a little bit like elusive, like you're not really sure about stuff. And like something happened, I don't know if it was before, right before, or in April, that is going to activate your heart in such a like big dramatic way where it's like boom, and you're like, oh my God, like all of these feelings, all of this joy, and maybe I don't even know if it is joy. I just feel very sensitive. Maybe I feel very delicate. I feel very vulnerable. And I don't know how to feel about this because I've never really felt like that before. And this feeling is making me a little bit anxious because like I've never felt this amount of energy, about this love, this amount of emotions before. And feeling the world is about that. It's about you feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you're opening up to your, I don't want to say psychic abilities, but your like empathicness, because especially if you're on here and you like Oracle and stuff, you are open-minded. So you understand a lot about like your abilities to be empathic and intuitive. And as we move into this Aquarian age, we are only going to become more sensitive to each other and more understanding and empathic. So for all of us, we have a different pace, a different level of the awakening, right, within us on this planet. And it seems like right now in this position that you're in, it's almost like you're awakening to like a deeper level of love for yourself, for the world, a better understanding of things like that is happening for you now. And like there's discernment, like the smokes and mirrors is like something was elusive before, you weren't really sure, but things are becoming to be clear, or they will become clear. Maybe now there's just so much because this was what you were used to before, and then something happened and it was like boom, and then now you're like, oh my God, but now I don't know what to feel. There's a lot happening. So what would I recommend for you? My gosh, Chewy. Look, I recommend for you the class that I created throughout the pandemic called Intuitive Stretch. It's a meditation in motion. It's not just meditation where we're sitting there listening to our thoughts. It's a meditation in motion. It's a practice. I do offer the entire class on Patreon for $5 a month, and they're like workshops for the month. But you can also find it on this channel. If you want more updated classes, you can check out the YouTube channel, which is also in the description box below, and it's an intuitive stretch with more updated classes. But I would highly recommend for you to like learn to find a practice for yourself that you'll like ground, and you'll be able to really feel the feelings within yourself without having to judge them and question and not be sure. And because the energy from here is going to rise up, and depending on your chart, but mostly this rises up. And so then when it rises up, it stays here, and it's very like, I don't know. And then if I don't know, it also can go down as well. So this energy can rise up, this energy can lower, it can do both, right? And this is basically saying like there's something burst here, and it's been a bit, I guess, penetrating is what I want to say, moving through your body, through your alchemy, and it's reaching your sacral energy. So there's something here that's telling you like, learn how to just ground your energy, learn how to start to see things without being so anxious and having to move and restlessness. Try to learn how to see the truth of yourself this month. And you can do that by writing it down, being really honest with yourself, and intuitive stretch, my friend. That's what I created it for. So I hope that this helps. I hope that this serves you, Chewy G. Make sure that you give this a like. And thank you so much for coming to the community. I'll see you in the next one, my friend. If you want a personal reading, or if you want something more like one-to-one, just send me an email, FitnessMysticHQ@gmail.com. Okay, and we'll set that up.